we're big Enneagram
lovers.
Yeah, and Trish, I know you are too.
I love it.
Yeah, you love Enneagram as well, don't you?
You love it, Rich.
So we're gonna talk a little bit about this, mostly because you guys are 8s, and you just love, when 8s get togetger, they just love talking about being 8s.
And then what are you and Rich?
I'm a 3.
And then?
I'm a 6.
No, you're a 3.
A 3?
You're a 3. You can tell how much he loves it.
I'm Rich.
You're a 3. You're a 3 and a 6.
I'm number Rich.
Yeah.
We are in Greenville, South Carolina with Rich and Trish Constantine. Say hi to everybody.
Hello.
So much fun here. We're actually on location doing a production session with you. Photography, video, like all the things. So how you feeling so far?
Good.
Yeah?
We're getting a little more comfortable with all the photos and videos, but you guys make it pretty easy.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're just happy you guys are down.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun.
You guys are doing awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like pros.
Yeah. Awesome. So usually on the show we break open a bottle of wine, but obviously it's noon, so and we still got work to do. So we thought not. But I knew you have an announcement coming later today. Hopefully,
Yes.
You guys are pulling a product together that you think's gonna help a lot of people.
We do.
Yeah. So I wanted to bring this and just say congratulations.
Thank you.
Do me a favor, just like, do you like champagne?
I like champagne.
So I thought maybe you didn't, but here's my point. Open this weekend, take a moment, because I know I don't stop to celebrate stuff enough, right? And it's just like you accomplish something, you move on. So like, this is me going, hey, put it in the refrigerator, tomorrow night, Sunday night, pop it, take a moment and just like toast and be like, we're doing it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So in the meantime, we're gonna open some Pellegrino with some lime and go from there. But guys, Greenville is so cool.
We had dinner with you guys last night at this super cool place called Gianna's. It was amazing food, really cool ambiance. And Greenville this is our first time.
Yeah.
You guys have been here 10 years? 10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of your highlights? What are the highlights and the cool spots in Greenville? Some of your favorites?
We love downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong going downtown, just the vibe, and all the small businesses and restaurants. There's so many good places to eat in Greenville.
Spill the beans.
Ice cream, it's good. Ice cream and
Nice.
coffee, it's spilled the beans.
I saw a cool popcorn place,
Yeah,
but okay, I didn't go in yet. I was
Yeah.
eyeing that one out. It looked pretty sweet.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, we have a lot of little boutique and interesting things like that.
Yeah. And growing fast. I mean, there's all kinds of
Yes.
projects happening downtown.
Yeah, growing really fast. Even when we get new patients at the office, when you ask them where they're from, it's an icebreaker. The response for my practice anyway is about 50-50.
Okay.
Whether or not they grew up in Greenville or they moved here.
Yeah. And you got, obviously 10 years ago, you didn't necessarily know that moving here, but you probably thought it was somewhat of an up-and-coming area.
Yeah, when we moved here 10 years ago, it was definitely on the up. We see pictures of what it was like 10 years before we came here, and it's total transformation.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the things that attracted us to Greenville. It was just all the new things that were coming in, seemed like a great place to raise a family. I mean, you guys felt it downtown last night. It's just really,
And it's
a lot of
so
energy.
walkable.
Yes.
Yeah, it has really great energy. Yeah.
It's a cool vibe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, here, just a little toast to being in Greenville, hanging out with the Constantines.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for letting us be a part of this.
And you guys have become friends, so it's kind of cool.
For sure.
For sure.
So give us a little kind of current situation update. I mean, you guys you've been back practicing for a little bit now, like a month maybe, or?
Almost 2 months, yeah.
Okay. How are patients handling it? How's the team handling it? Like, how are things going?
Patients and team handling it well. We met and did team training for a week prior to starting seeing patients again, and we put a lot of new protocols in place for safety measures.
Yeah.
Things like the use of our waiting room. It's been limited because we don't, want to abide by the social distancing. A lot of things in the office like air purifiers, new suction systems, the personal protective gear that we wear is much more than what we had done in the past. But
And you guys mentioned that you're keeping the office really chilly and cool.
yeah, cool.
It's always cold.
So you don't have to, you're not
Yeah.
getting too sweaty or hot,
No,
right?
I hate sweating when I'm working.
Especially a lot of PPE. It's
Yeah.
like turn down a couple more degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling them at dinner last night, you wear masks. This was our first trip since, quarantine,
Yeah.
since March. And you're, wearing a mask the whole time, like through the airport, on the plane, you get off. And I didn't necessarily feel that great. So I think dentists are heroes with wearing everything that you have to wear in the office. So good job, because I don't know if I could do that.
I think just like anything else, you adjust.
Yeah.
Our patients know what's going on out there, and the majority of them, I don't think they would come if they didn't feel safe.
Of course.
And we just try to make them feel safer when they're here, and a lot of them are just thankful. It's funny to hear somebody say, "I'm just glad to get out of the house and
Yes.
come for whatever reason." you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in your practice, when you come in here, the air is just clean. It smells amazing. It's stuff like that that makes me want to come to the dentist. I'm like, I feel very relaxed and zen in here. So, good job on that.
What we're thinking back just over that shutdown, what were some highs? What were some lows? Like, what were some of your favorite parts?
Want to go?
Yes.
Yeah, so it gave us an opportunity to take a breath and really look at the practice from a logistics perspective, like all the things.
Mhm.
And I'm a very systematic person, so it gave us an opportunity to understand it and know it, and then we have made a lot of changes. And so even though it was an uncertain time, it gave us a chance to learn a lot.
Definitely.
And so we came back with some new things, and we're rolling those out and assessing that. But if we didn't have that time, we couldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at the time that it was announced that we were going to have to limit our care to emergency patients only.
Mhm.
We didn't know what to expect, but it was almost like, we never take breaks. We don't take that many vacations. We're being forced to take a vacation. But we didn't know that it wasn't going to feel like a vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gyms are
Right.
closed, restaurants are closed.
Yeah.
You're not able to go anywhere, and then
Yeah.
you end up focusing on the things that you always put off because they're not that fun to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not knowing, it would have been a lot easier, I think, if you knew when the end of it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But to not know when it was going to end was what I think was really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those practices all across the country just gave everybody a chance to stop and go, okay, like what's the business side actually doing?
Yeah.
Because there's a sense sometimes that clinically you can almost make up for like business systems not running as well. Just producing and just doing clinical and just having your head down in that. But when you come back up for a second, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because you hate to leave your I's undotted and your T's uncrossed, I guess.
Mhm.
And you don't want to miss out on opportunity just because you're working so hard.
Yeah.
You want to be able to, I don't know what the word is. You want to be able to capture all the reward of all the hard work that you're doing.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you don't pay attention to the business side of things, it gets lost.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Tell us a little bit about working out during that time. Because I know you guys are definitely enjoy
Fitness.
Yeah. Into fitness,
Cool.
and that poses its challenges. And then like food, like how'd that all work?
It was bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And so our gym closed down and did not reopen.
Yeah.
And so at first we were like, we're working out of our house, like we're gonna do this. And then we went through a period where it was like a funk. And then we started walking.
Yeah.
So that was
Ease
helpful.
back into it with
Yeah,
the
at
walks.
night,
Yeah.
we started walking at night because we're like, we got to get out of the house and do something. And we eat out a lot.
Mhm.
So that was a struggle.
It was a struggle because you don't pay attention to places you might not normally eat until they start advertising that they have pickup or takeout.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Chipotle.
I think there was
Right.
5 or 6 days in a row that I just made
Yeah.
a trip to Chipotle.
Well, your choices are so
Yeah.
limited.
Yeah.
Everything is so closed down,
Yeah.
and you're starving, and you don't want to cook all the time. So
Right.
yeah, absolutely.
Who, if you were cooking, who does the cooking?
Both.
We both do.
Yeah.
Really,
Nice.
like, some nights it's every man for themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes it is, just depending on what's going on. But no,
Yeah.
we tag a lot.
Yeah.
You like to work the stove,
Yeah.
and I'm really good at salads.
Yeah. She's the fresh.
I am too.
she's very,
Yeah.
like, the
I love
fresh-
I get creative.
I think that counts as a meal.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
And I'll do like a casseroles or rice or something, some kind of bowls. Like I get creative with bowls.
Mhm.
So he gets creative on the
We had
stove.
something on vacation that was really good, and I had never had it. I think it's called a yogi bowl or something like that. It's like sushi, but it's in a bowl. It's not
Okay.
wrapped up.
Yeah.
And that's something easy I
Yeah.
can fix
Yeah.
every single day. And
Yeah.
I get into like routines.
Mhm.
If I like something, that's what I'm eating every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah. I think food is better generally if it's in a bowl. And I will add, if you can eat it with chopsticks, I'm all in. Like I would do that
I'm
every day
agree.
too.
Adjust it up.
Agree.
Yeah. From a fitness standpoint, if you don't have the gym to go to, does that just decrease the motivation? Like can you work out at home? Do you have a gym at home?
We have gym equipment, like some CrossFit stuff
Yeah.
in our garage, but I don't know. For me, it's just not the same feeling.
Yeah.
And I know you do fitness stuff at home. How do you keep yourself like accountable then? Like I go to Orange Theory and I sign up for a class, and I will get fined $12 if I don't like cancel the class, you know, with advance. So how does that work for you? How do you kind of like find that motivation?
Routine.
Yeah.
So I'm a very much routine person.
Mhm.
So I have to have a plan and stick to it. And the best thing is to not plan anything within that time. Like I will have to cut off, because if I don't, then I will find an excuse and my day will get away from me. So it's either in the morning or afternoon. Since quarantine, I haven't really found that balance as far as like coming back. It's all over the place, but I will say that it's carved out, and I will say I'm not going to commit to even picking up dinner, you know, so I just have to really find that commitment in that space, and then I actually put it in the Google Calendar.
We hold each other
That's
accountable.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
think
great.
that comes from our athletic background.
Yeah.
Like, we'll
Yeah.
like, hey, did you work out today? Might want
Yeah.
to. Or something
Like, he
like
gives
that.
me a look, like, and I feel like I'm like 10 again. Like I have to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have to answer. And but
Yeah.
it's helpful. But a lot of times, especially because our schedule is so crazy, that if you block it off in the calendar, then you can't put something in that spot.
Right.
You know, and so that helps us know, like,
Completely.
he is at the gym. You can't put anything in that spot. He's not
Right.
available.
Right.
And so same with me. So that's been helpful.
Even though we hold each other accountable, though, like we'll equally cheat together. Like
Yeah.
we're fat buddies when we love
I love it.
So
But we have to get buy-in.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like,
What do you
hey,
feel
like,
tonight?
yeah, like, how did you eat healthy this
Yeah.
morning and this
Yeah.
afternoon? Do you,
Yeah.
yeah,
if we,
yeah.
if we eat unhealthy early, like
Yeah.
just right off the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 And if you're gonna have a cheat night, do it together.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not
Yeah.
fun doing it by yourself.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
agree. We have a shared calendar as well. His workouts are in there, mine are in there. It definitely is helpful, and it's like it's kind of protecting that person's their time, you know.
Yeah.
And honestly, if I'll ask him when he's stressed, I'm like, have you worked out? Almost like, you're stressed, you should. This is just gonna be good for you. Like
You're a
go
little
get your
edgy.
release.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go.
And of course that's true for me too.
Yeah.
We have 3 grocery stores and one like mega gas station within a mile of our house. And at night we're just sitting there watching TV, and we try not to keep stuff in the house,
Yeah.
but then you get that urge, and one of us will say, "I'd go for a snack." And if we're on the same page, we'll go together.
Yeah.
Or if we're holding each other accountable, like usually her, she go, "You don't need that."
So what is the go-to snack? What's a healthy snack, and then what's a cheat snack? Or is there such a thing? as
So
healthy
here's the
snack?
thing with me. The snack that I crave the most
Yeah.
is technically healthy, but not in the volume that I eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
nut butters, like almond butter,
Hell
peanut
yeah.
butter,
Mm.
cashew butter.
Yeah.
You can dip anything in almond butter, and I mean it's like cake.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
me.
I routinely have to clean spoons out of the sink that have almond butter on them, because she'll take a spoon and and then put it in the sink. And I'm like, you know the dishwasher will not clean that. So then I'm like,
Most of the time I do. If I'm in a rush, you might see one.
Oh, you're in a rush a lot. Yeah.
It's funny. I'm salty, so my guilty pleasure is chips.
Same.
So I love chips. And as far as healthy, ranch dressing and carrots.
Oh, okay.
Or celery and hummus.
Yeah.
I like dip as well.
I like hummus. I'm a big dipper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to dip. Yeah.
I've heard you can bake kale, kale and create like your own kale chips. And I'm a huge chip fan, but I noticed during quarantine I gained a Corona 10 because of my chip habit. It was the volume thing.
Mm-hmm.
It got out of control. So I've had to step back away from my chips. Which is a little sad, but so I need to find something crunchy and salty, so maybe kale.
Well, you guys have this unique relationship because you work together, much like us. So tell us a little bit about how, we've actually talked about this a ton last night through the interviews today, so the repetition is awesome, but these guys have never heard that. Give us a little bit of background on why you started working together, when that happened, and how that works.
Me? You. Go ahead.
So last August, I quit my job as an OR nurse to join Rich in the practice and all the things, and it's gone really well. There's a learning curve definitely with us working together because of, before we were husband and wife, and now it changes the dynamics. And we have different personalities, and the cool thing is we have the same vision and the same mission, and I think that's something that helps us and brings us together. And then we complement each other in different ways, and that doesn't say there hasn't been challenges, because there has been, but we are growing through it. Definitely.
And let me back up. She quit that job in August because I asked her to.
Yeah.
I asked her to because I think we both recognized that the practice was growing, and that if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my patients, there's a whole side of the practice that I can't put my full attention to. And who better to have that than the person that you trust the most, who wants to, live their life with you and grow with you. And it's been a lot of fun to be able to grow things together, to be able to do this and build something. Yeah.
I know for us, one of the things is we've had seasons where we've worked together, seasons where we haven't, and we kind of came around to the conclusion of one of our values in our marriage is working together. We can accomplish more together than we can on our own. And so we kind of came to that. Now, I love what you said about personalities, because we're big Enneagram
lovers.
Yeah, and Trish, I know you are too.
I love it.
Yeah, you love Enneagram as well, don't you?
You love it, Rich.
So we're going to talk a little bit about this, mostly because you guys are eights, and you just love, when eights get together, they just love talking about being
And then
eights.
what are you and Rich?
Well, I'm a 3.
And then?
I'm a 6.
No, you're a
3.
You're
3.
a 3.
You can tell how much he loves it.
I'm Rich.
You're 3. You're a 3 and a 6.
I'm number Rich. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, quick intro to the Enneagram. We talked about the Enneagram at least 2 other shows on the Not So Late Show. It is just a fantastic personality assessment that you can do. There are 9 types, and it really will just help you. It creates compassion in relationships, and it also can act as a translator in relationships. It helps me understand that type 3s like to speak in bullet points. I prefer to speak in paragraphs. So just for a quick example.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So we thought it would be fun to kind of dive into this and maybe play a little game. We're just going to make it up true or false with the Enneagram. And I mean, this is a couple's match made in heaven. We've never had couple friends where the female was an 8 and then the guy was a 3 like Josh. So this is crazy.
Yeah, I think the thing is 3s are very they're very goal accomplishment oriented. 8s are very what's the word? I mean, they're strong. They can be challengers. They can be all that. So sometimes it can. I mean, that butting heads absolutely happens. And I think when we started looking into that was something. It was oh, this is why this happens. It's like this double-edged sword. Like it's why you work together so well.
Yeah.
It's also why, because you have strong opinions, you have strong opinions,
Yes.
and sometimes it's
But also the science has proven and has shown over the years that 3s and 8s are really great collaborators.
yeah.
And so they work really well together if they can push through, kind of their individual strengths and kind of head in the same direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to start and chat with Rich about
What am I doing? I'm asking.
Yeah. So you kind of, gave a summary on 3s, but I mean, this is like,
Is this true or false?
Yeah. So just read, like this is communication for a type 3. So, and then see what he thinks about it. Because here's my one disclaimer, and I actually was talking to a colleague earlier about this. When you find your type and you identify with it, first it has to be a very individual thing. I would recommend doing a test, but also reading a great book on the Enneagram, and I can list that in the show notes later. But even though you identify with a type, everyone is unique. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm a type 8, that doesn't mean that Trish and I will identify with everything, all the descriptions or characteristics that go with an 8 or that research proves, right? We're all different. And so you can't just let the type put someone in a box. So that's why it's a little bit fun, because we might read a few of these and you might go, no, but you still identify the majority as a 3.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Rich, true or false?
So a paragraph, bullet point, just kind of
bullet points.
point.
3s in a relationship. So this is true or false. You tell me if this is you or not. 3s like to get stuff done, and for relationships that means planning and goal setting. So while it may take some off guard at first, you always know where a 3 stands in a relationship.
True.
Yeah. Okay. Goal oriented. All right. Communication. Your orientation to time is to the future. So 3s are often distracted during conversations. They won't be interested in rehearsing things from the past. 3s want approval and praise, and they want you to verbalize it.
True. However, I also catch myself in conversation when I'm talking to people that are focused on what they're going to say next and not listening to me. It's very evident. So I coach myself back from that. So hopefully if I'm talking to one of you, it doesn't come off like I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next.
Yeah. What about you?
I can totally, sometimes like you could get into something and I'm like, we've already talked about that. Like it's in the past. Like we settled that, it's done, tied up with a bow, like move on. And you'll like to process things more, and I'm like, we already processed that.
If she's talking to me and she says, do you understand what I'm talking about? And I say yes, I expect the conversation.
Like I told
you don't need to keep making your point.
100%. Also on communication, 3s are competitive and success driven. Don't slow them down by talking in paragraphs to them. Communicate with them through bullet points. Mm-hmm. You do better with bullet point. Yeah, I do too.
Even if I'm writing something that's longer, that's how I write. That's how I put it together.
Okay. I think with me it's interesting. If we're at dinner, I can very much get into that like flow, like good dinner, hang out on the weekend, that flow of just paragraphs. Yeah. If it's like 6:15 on a Tuesday night and I'm just kind of coming out of work mode, I'm kind of like, like I got that. Go. Like I'm following you.
And I just kind of learned, like, there are ideal, optimal times to have conversations with you, and then there are just not. So weekends, try not to bring up work. Evening, anything past 6, nothing about work. Anything serious past 6, just don't bring it up. Find that weekly connect time.
Take a note.
But you don't know this, but there's sometimes where something happens like 3 days ago, and I don't tell you because it's not the right time.
Yeah. And you've held on as long as you
can. Stuff like that, and then like now I gotta walk around.
And now as soon as we leave,
you don't need to, because it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
So and so.
Can you turn that achievement off, like purposely on the weekends, or is it just like always on?
It has taken practice to be. It takes work to be able to shut it off. Yeah. I really have to. And it's easier during for me it's easier during football season because I can lose myself in a game or something like that, But yeah, it's tough.
I actually love that you said that, because, and here's where I can, and I've gotten into that, but what happens is if I'm on the weekend, I think she can kind of go between those stages pretty effortlessly. It takes me work to turn it off. So I'm like, once I've turned it off, I'm like, I can't turn this back on. So like, stop.
Right.
But I'm saying with football and sports, it's like the escape. It's like, that's what it does. Is it helps me flip that switch and turn it off.
I think that's why I like working out. It's because the way that I find that I can relax is if I'm, it goes back to the whole goal-oriented personality is if I'm putting work towards doing something unrelated to work.
Yeah.
Getting better at something else.
Yeah. Okay, I got two more. How do three feel love? You feel love when you acknowledge, or they feel love when you acknowledge their productivity, you give them lots of praise. Words of affirmation is huge.
I'm not like that.
No?
No. If I don't feel good about what I did and somebody tells me I did a good job, I still don't feel good about it.
Okay. What's your, all the tests here, what's your love language? What was your high score?
We're connection.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or quality time.
Okay.
Yeah. We've been like that since the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so for us to, especially with working together and in all this transition, that we will find that quality time, and even if it's like 10 minutes of a laugh.
Yeah.
A belly laugh, or that to us is a huge connection for us versus sitting on the couch for an hour not talking to each other.
Yeah.
So we don't necessarily need a ton of time. It needs to be quality.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. And I think we've been like that for forever. It's like we need that connection however we get it, and just make it fun.
Yeah. All right, last one. A three's ideal date. A private cooked dinner at home, watching a movie because you're not tempted to perform in that type of environment.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you guys had like tomorrow night, go out or stay home, you'd rather stay home.
I think we enjoy going out, but there's
But if you really have had like a tough week.
If I had a tough week, home.
Yeah.
We love our alone time.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm the other way. And I wonder, like, for me, I've always felt it probably has something to do with the kids. Because, like, the three in me, when I'm at home with kids, like, it definitely stays engaged. And it's like, oh, yeah, let's do this and do that and perform. And the house projects and all that. So I think for me, it's like, if we go to a restaurant, I can finally go, oh, okay. Like, there's nobody here. Put the phone down. No kids.
There's no visual task list. Yeah, for sure.
So.
Okay, so are you ready, Trish? Let's run through some 8 stuff. Okay. All right. So communication, they don't beat around the bush. They want communication to be brief, straightforward, and truthful. Be aware.
No filter. Just why can't you talk without a filter? Right? Just give it to me.
So more of an unhealthy 8 would tend to be more controlling in a relationship, but obviously you can grow through that. But 8s do not ever want to feel like they're being controlled.
Correct.
Yes. And I would say true.
Yes.
So true for that. Okay, for sure. The second one, they're exceptional leaders. They like to take control. There's that word again.
Lots of control.
I actually didn't write this. I researched this. Stop it. Oh my goodness. They have more energy than any other Enneagram number. They like to know exactly where you stand. So always be straight up with an 8. Challenge them if you disagree, and they'll respect you for it.
I agree. And the one thing, yes, there is a sense of control, but I think the big thing is trust. It's not always about control. It's about that things are trustworthy, or there's integrity and there's respect. And so because I'm all about empowering other people. I love to empower people, and so you go do your thing, build people up. And so I do believe in that empowerment.
But you've got to get their trust first.
Yes.
And it's probably harder to get your trust, but once they have it,
it's 8s are loyal,
locked in.
Yes. Yeah. Loyal and stubborn.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Let's see. How do 8s feel loved? They feel loved through respect. So by respecting them for their very straightforward nature and giving them space when they ask for it. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you ever ask for space?
I sure did during quarantine. I would just look at him and go, I need 30 minutes and just take off on a walk and leave and get out of the house and clear my head. So yeah, sometimes I do for sure. Even though I'm an extrovert, I do appreciate now, probably at my age, like alone time. Yeah.
I would say my space is more personal growth. So it might not be necessarily alone time, but I have to keep growing.
Yeah.
And so that is so important to me. And so I need that. That's kind of like my space support. Like, let me go read this book so I can grow or something like that, where he does need some space. There's times where he's like, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go do that. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Your ideal date. Now, again, this is true or false, so we can either identify or not. Know your mind and assert your opinions. So, I don't know if I understand what they were saying about this. Like, I guess if someone is like, if he's like, hey, here's the date, and you're like, eight's like someone to be decisive about the date.
Someone else or themselves?
Someone else.
Yes.
And they also want to know immediately, if we plan the date, please be honest and tell us if you don't like the idea. Like, right up front. Don't go on the date and then begrudgingly just be like, oh, this date.
Yes, because there are times because he does want to stay home. And I wish you would have just said that, because it's not worth going and being grumpy. And so for me, I'd rather just know, because I'm cool with doing either.
Right.
So just tell me. That's how, absolutely.
Just more of that, like, upfront honesty, you know?
Yes.
I think eights appreciate that very much, because we really just, in the end, we want to have fun. Come on, Trish and Eric fun.
Yeah. Well, and I have a peacemaker wing, so that for me is
nice.
Yeah, and so that's sometimes where I am like,
you know, you got a peacemaker out there.
How you feel?
No, but I really, some things it doesn't bother me, because again, I just want quality time.
Yes.
So I don't care where it is.
Oh,
it can be.
No way.
Yes. It can be at a restaurant or it can be at home.
You have to force a certain kind of food on you because I'm in the mood for it. There's no way you can say you just enjoy the time.
Well, we negotiate.
What do you want to eat? I don't care, but I kind of do.
Sometimes if we say I don't care, we're kind of giving you guys a pass, like,
yes, because there has to be a level of buy-in.
Totally.
Yes.
We're just giving you a chance
buy
to
into my
speak
plans. You don't know it, but you're buying into it.
Give
Right
me a
now.
multiple choice, and I'll tell you which one's the right answer.
But see, he eats at the same restaurant every night.
Just
like we talked about.
Right, so he just keep going
that's the thing, and the funny thing is he'll say, "Where do you want to eat?" and then if I don't name those three in the options, then he's like, I don't want to eat. Then I'll say, do you really want to go to Chipotle tonight?
Right.
And then finally I'll say, I'll go to Chipotle, and then we go. But so I don't think I'm in control all the time. Definitely not when it comes to food, I'm not. No.
I think that's part of 3s and 8s. It's almost like
it's a give and take constantly.
Because I definitely need to be in control. I value control too much in my life. I have to have it to some extent. So I think that was one of the things that was just tough with like COVID, was when it shut down. I was just like that. I started twitching because it was like I can't control this. Like I had a business, I had a team, like, and now all of a sudden I'm like, so yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Oh, fun! Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
That's amazing.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's episode 14. Check these guys out. If they want to follow you on social, where's the best place?
Dr. C Smiles on Instagram, and Dr. Rich Constantine on Facebook.
Yeah, cool.
Do you want anyone following you?
Trish Constantine on Instagram.
Awesome. We'll look for your announcement coming soon. I'm actually excited about it too.
Yeah, we're really pumped. So stay tuned. It's dropping tonight.
Yeah, and obviously photography and video and cool other projects coming down the road too.
Yeah,
so.
for sure.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. I gotta turn it off. Here we go. Peace out.